Hello guys, my name is Bryce. I'm glad you checked out this video. As you can tell by the title of this video, a tragedy happened in my life. And on Tuesday, August 15th, at like 2 p.m., my dog was shot and killed in my backyard. I will have some images in the background so you can see the dog and understand that the dog was my best friend. He was like a brother to me. He was a protector. He was family. And it was the dog my family had for the longest time. And now, I want to release this video, as hard as it is to make, to hopefully get some exposure for it and some more support. I have a GoFundMe page that I will link in the description below of this video. So basically I'm going to tell you about what happened and what's going to happen hopefully in the future. So normally on a day-to-day basis, it is my summer right now. I have one more week before I go back to college. I let my dogs out about 3 or 4 times a day. I just go outside, let them out, put them on runners, which are the things that you tie around their collar, and then just let them go. And then I walk inside and I do something like a chore, maybe wash the dishes, do some laundry, or whatever I can do. So on Tuesday, I was in the kitchen and I was washing the dishes, and I decided, you know what, it'd probably be a good time to let them out. So I let them outside. I had 2 dogs, and now I have 1. So I put my 2 dogs out. I put my one on the runner, and I put the other one the one that died, Jynx, I put him out there too, and I just let them run around. So I let them stay out there for about 2 minutes. I was just washing the dishes, listening to some music. All of a sudden, I heard the oddest barking, and my dog never barks like that. Why is he barking like that? So I was like, oh, okay, the barking stopped. So I was like, maybe it was just somebody that walked by with a dog or something. So then, just as I am, I was like, well, maybe it could have been something else. So I walked outside, or I opened up the door anyways, and I looked down, and my dog, Jynx, is laying in front of the door. Very odd, because normally he's running around in the yard and he's the last one I have to get in. And I'm like, Jynx, what happened? What's wrong? Why are you sitting in front of the door? And obviously, a dog can't respond to you. I mean, he could perk his ears up and look at you, but he doesn't respond. And he's laying there, and it looks like something's wrong. So I walk outside and I talk to my other dog. I'm like, what happened? So I'm looking around, and you can see these videos because we have a security camera on our house of me when I see the dog and before and after of them running around. I'm looking around. I don't see anybody in the yard or anything, or I don't see anybody that's parked outside that maybe walked with their dog or something. So I was like, what was that? But then as I step off the porch, I look down and I see droplets of blood, and I'm like, oh my God, what happened? So I go up back to my dog my dog Jynx, that's sitting in front of the door, and I'm looking around, but I don't see any blood on him. And his hair is black, his fur is black, so I was like, man, are you alright? Like, looking at him, he looks, something's definitely wrong. He won't move at all. So I run inside and I call my mom, and I'm like, Mom, I think somebody shot Jynx. And she's like, okay, I'll be on my way. So we go back outside. I go back outside anyways until my mom arrives, and I'm just comforting him. And sure enough, we went to the emergency vet, and he was shot with a high velocity pellet gun, and it went through one side of his body and went all the way to the other side of his rib cage before stopping, going through his small intestine, his liver, and his stomach, and then puncturing his kidney. And So when I found this out, obviously, right after we left him at the vet, after we left him at the vet, we went to the police station and filed a police report. And then I was interviewed. And then later that night, early that morning actually, when my mom woke me up at about 7 a.m., she got the call from the vet that Jynx had died. He had passed away because the high velocity bullet had punctured too many things in his body and he bled out. Either the bullet or the pellet punctured his aorta, or it got stuck and hit his renal artery, and he just bled out during the night. I'm sorry I'm crying and stuff, but that was my dog. He would always welcome me home after school every day. He would comfort me in every situation. He was always by my side. I just let him out for a couple minutes, and my neighbor has the nerve to be a selfish and cruel person and to shoot him. My neighbor has dogs of his own, and he goes out there and shoots my dog. And then he goes up to the porch, and my dog just passes out in a pool of his own blood. And my other dog just looks at him and just can't do anything because he was shot. And then I walk out later and I realize what had happened. That he died. He passed away because some selfish, cruel act that my neighbor had. And I'm hoping that you guys can help me and support me through this terrible time in my life. Hopefully get my spirits up and look ahead to the future. And my other dog right now is also suffering with this grieving moment. He doesn't know what to do. His whole life he's lived with Jynx. Now he's all alone. He goes outside, doesn't know what to do, nobody to play with, nobody to fight with, nobody to steal his snacks or eat with him. He's alone, and so am I, because Jynx is my closest friend, and I don't know what I'm going to do without him. So I'm hoping with this video it gets attention, and people realize that this is a serious situation, and it can't just be swept under the floor and go unrecognized. And that animal cruelty is out there, even if you don't think so. It could be locally, nationally, or just in your state. But people that commented on Facebook and stuff, they're just completely surprised by how local something like this can occur. He had a high-powered weapon and shot it in my backyard at a helpless dog. He didn't do anything, and obviously my neighbor was waiting for it to go outside so he could shoot it. Had the gun ready, because I do have video links on the GoFundMe page. And it was only 2 minutes from the time that I let the dogs out that my dog was fatally shot. So, I hope you guys understand. I'm going through an emotional time right now. My family is. My other dog is. And I just want to get some attention out here of this serious situation. I want you guys to realize that if you ever go through something like this as well, you always have my support. And I know what it feels like to be heartbroken like I am right now. I hope you guys liked the video. Definitely in the comment or in the description below, check out the GoFundMe for the full story that I typed up online. Please support if you can. If you are financially capable of doing so, please support. We're calling it Justice for Jynx. I think that's a suitable name for this campaign. And I would really like to hear you guys' support. I hope you guys share this with other people so they can see it. And I want to just show how much these kind of cruel, selfish acts, how they hurt people like me. I'm an ordinary person. I don't normally cry. I never go through emotional states. I'm always like just chill. I'm happy. I'm fine. Nothing's normally wrong. But when something like this happens, it drastically changes my life. And it's going to go on for a little while. So I hope you guys show your support. Thanks for watching the video. It's been Sleek here today, or Bryce.